Musicians Institute Guitarcraft Program, sponsor of FOX17 Rock and Review.
We're here at Songbirds Guitar Museum, and I'm talking with Johnny Smith, the president of this incredible establishment.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us, Johnny.
Hey, thanks for being here. We really enjoy you guys coming around, hanging out with us.
I'll tell you what, we've been walking around the floor, checking out all the cool cabinets and everything. How many square feet do you have here?
We have 7,500 total from the front of the building to the back.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to be set up to where families can come down and kind of get like a bargain rate as well, you know,
Yeah.
doing the tours.
Yeah, it was really important to us on our pricing structure to make sure we included a value for the family, because that's what we really want to cater to is the family. So we've got really affordable memberships, family of 4-packs, and different discounts that you can apply. I mean, we want everybody to be able to come and afford to be able to come.
And also you can do the VIP tour.
Absolutely.
To where someone will walk around and tell you about the instruments and bring you into the vault.
Yeah, exactly. So the front area is kind of a tour at your own leisure, and then if you want to like really get your mind blown on some really great pieces like here, you'll see that the guitars are so regal, we really didn't want to put them with a backdrop like you see out front.
Right.
So back here, a guitar expert will go through each individual guitar and tell you what's made it special and some special appointments. Let you ask questions, really interactive.
Well, you know, that's what I'd heard, you know, when we first walked in, that so many of these instruments have stories behind them that make them even more exciting.
Well, it is, and I've heard some of the stories without even knowing what the guitar was, and the story's almost making you cry. It's just the romance, like a couple that the music was their love language, and you know, you learn all this history about the guitar, but you've forgotten to ask what even guitar it is.
Right.
And then it happens to be like a very historic instrument. So that's the cool thing about it. The stories and the romance around these things, it's incredible.
Well, I'll tell you what, thanks for letting FOX17 come in and
pleasure.
check it all out, and we're going to have to stay in touch on the concerts and the new instruments and everything else you've got going.
Yeah.
And a very exciting time here in Chattanooga.
Thanks, man. It's glad to have great neighbors. We're glad you're here.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
David is actually the CEO and also the curator of this incredible collection of instruments. And you were telling me earlier, David, you had to, unfortunately, have to go find and buy these.
It's definitely a labor of love. I've been collecting for this collection for almost 19 years, but I've been around the guitar business since I'm 12 years old. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'll tell you it's been a long time.
You guys were recently in Guitar Aficionado magazine, and I understand you're going to be in Vintage Guitar also.
Yes.
And so getting a lot of great coverage.
Well, you have to give credit to magazines like that. You know, one of the biggest things that I always talk about in this industry is the fact that there are no more Beatles. And the only way that these guitars can keep going and sustaining is with publications like that and with education that we're going to provide, giving free guitar lessons, taking people in and explaining piece by piece what are in these cases so they can understand the history and go back to a time in America when things were made with such precision and such care, where people love to go to their jobs every day and make these things.
Definitely.
Amazing time.
FOX17 Rock and Review is on the road in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to the Songbirds Guitar Museum, and I really have somebody that hardly needs an introduction. CMA winner, Country Music Hall of Fame, Grammys, you name it, Vince, you've done it.
And now
I'm
an ambassador.
Now, there needs to be like a plaque, and you know, I already saw your guitar wall in here.
Yeah.
How great is that?
Yeah. They took out of this collection, they took a handful of pieces that were kind of sentimental to me, that had a big impact on my life over the years, and pretty cool. So this place is unbelievable.
It is incredible. So now, have you been pretty involved with, you know, with the opening? And I got to walk through and look at it, and it's kind of done in eras of music.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's really unique in that people can look and see instruments that probably would have been played in those eras, you know, on records and things like that. It's pretty, I guess, historical in that you can come through here and understand music's history through seeing some of these guitars.
Now, how does this compare? You know, I know you have a few instruments at home in the house studio. You know, how does this compare to some of your pre-war collection?
Oh, I'm pretty well smoked. I'm smoked big time. But you know what? It's what's neat about this collection is it's not just about quantity. What I've been really astounded by is the quality of the pieces they've collected over the years. You're seeing great examples of great instruments, not things that have had things done to them. They're all in pretty astounding condition for their originality and stuff, and just some things I never thought I'd get to see in my.
You know, just on the Fender custom colors, which, as you and I both know, are pretty rare. They've sort of cornered the market on that, and the Firebird collection.
I know, and whichever way you want to go, it's some of the most collectible guitars in the world. The Les Pauls from 58, 59,
Oh, yeah.
1960. They have 34 examples of those, and they'll probably have a handful out, but that's just, it's unbelievable.
That's an amazing amount of bursts, and like you said too, that's like the most collectible Les Pauls out there.
Yeah, it's kind of the holy grail of electric instruments. But why not? I think what's neat about the way this man's collection has turned out is that a lot of people are going to get to experience it.
Right.
And that's what's really the most important. It's not a guy trying to acquire as many toys as he can, but he really has a love and an affection for this stuff. And it's not about flipping and making money and being about commerce with this. He just loves these instruments, and that's powerful that this kind of collection can be shared.
Definitely, and even the amplifiers, and I noticed also looking through some of the cabinets, they even have the period correct pedals.
Oh, absolutely.
That go with them, with the British invasion, and you've got your fuzz and your wah pedals. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, everything makes sense.
Yeah, you really never see. Now they've got a few of your favorite, the Telecasters in there.
Yep, they do, and it's pretty neat. They've got a little display case that they let me pick out a handful of instruments that meant something to me, and there's
It
a
looked
couple old
great.
Martins.
Did you do the whole layout and everything?
Oh God, no! I'm a guitar player. I'm not a designer per se.
But you're an ambassador.
I am an ambassador. I've got to be careful how I say that. Call myself a dirty word.
So will you be possibly coming down and doing shows and other special events?
It's
in the
just
future?
opened. I really don't know what they have in mind. We're going to play a few songs tonight. It's kind of a little soft opening for a few folks, and this and that, and then I think it'll just be wait and see what happens and who turns up, and they've got a great possibility of things and ways to showcase this place and create interest.
Well, it was great to see that you're a part of it with all of your involvement with guitars and seeing you play out and bumping into you at guitar shows like in Franklin. And when I saw that you were the ambassador for this, it's like, yeah, that pretty well makes sense.
Yeah, I'm flattered. I'm very flattered. But you know what? I would have done this no matter what.
Yeah.
Just because if I could have a chance to come down and see this, I would in a heartbeat, because I've never seen anything like it.
That's what I was telling him earlier. When I get the chance, I'm going to come back when I can spend an entire day and take the guided tour and really dig into this.
And understand that even all of this is a small part of what they have.
Right. So it'll be like changing over, revolving guitars ever so often. Well, I appreciate the time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being nice to my kid, too.
Always. Vince Gill, the ambassador for Songbirds Guitar Museum, right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Be sure and come down and see it. Thanks for watching The Rockin' Review.